Hey, it's DIY Gemini, and today we're at my cousin's studio. We're helping her decorate. Let's go. So today we're at my cousin's studio. She is a licensed esthetician who just moved into her very own place. Here she does lashes, brows, waxes, facials, and more. She's been here for a couple of weeks now and has already created such a cozy space for her clients, but wants that extra pop. So we're going to help her build a simple plant frame for this blank open wall space. So let's head into the hardware store and get some wood for a frame. For this frame, we're picking up some 1x4 by 8-foot common board. Tip for choosing wood at the store is to take your time and look through the best boards that you can. For the long boards such as these, I look for two main things. The first is looking for signs of warping. Be sure to rotate the board all the way around to see the signs of warp on both the faces and the edges of the board. For instance, you can see here that this one's fairly nice and straight, whereas these have a little curve to them. Next, I look for any major knots or imperfections on the board, like this one here. Generally avoid boards like these. Of course, after sifting through all the boards, always do good and put all the ones you didn't choose back onto the shelf. So we have our 5 boards from the big box store. These are just some common boards because they ended up being a lot cheaper than the Select Pine. The Select Pine was like $4 or $5 more per board. So for our living wall piece that we got, there's 5 pieces in there, and each piece is 40 inches by 20 inches. So what we're going to do is do one horizontal piece that's going to be 40 inches wide, and then we'll do 2 vertical pieces like this, so that it's going to be total of 40 inches wide plus 80 inches down. So let's do that. We're going to just do some simple butt joinery plus pocket holes. That's keeping it simple today, guys. Tip when you're getting boards that it's always good practice to square off the ends because they're not always square when you first get them from the store. Okay, so here's the plan. As I said, we're going to do a simple frame today, so we have 2 pieces that are 40 inches wide and our 2 longer pieces that are 81.5 inches. Remember that we got 1x4-inch boards, which is just a nominal size. The actual thickness of the board is 3/4 inch. So accounting for the top and bottom boards at 3/4 inch each, that's a total of 1.5 inches added on to the 80 inches we need, hence the 81.5. Then we'll add on additional framing to keep our frame square but also give something for our greenery to attach to. Next, we'll add on our pocket holes to the shorter pieces as well as our inner framing, 2 on each end on the same side. A tip I learned from Shane from DIY Knuckleheads to reduce tear out with these is to reduce the torque on your drill and ensure the bit is doing the work instead of you trying to force it. I'll link the video in the pocket hole joinery above if you want to learn more. For the outer frame, we're going to stain it. We're going to start by sanding really well with 180 grit, then 220 grit. As with many people, sanding is my least favorite part, so I know I tend to get a little lazy with sanding. To ensure I do a good sanding job, I scribble a light squiggle or marking of some kind with a pencil through the entire board. When sanded correctly, the squiggle should disappear. After sanding, we'll use a tack cloth or something similar to get the dust off of our boards, and then we'll apply a pre-stain. For the inner framing, we're painting them this beautiful green so that it blends more nicely behind the greenery. This color is Wilderness from Valspar. After letting everything dry, let's pack up and head to the studio. We got straight to work and started assembling the outer frame. I unfortunately forgot my clamps at home, so I got my cousin to help me hold everything together while I drilled. Then we attach the inner frame to the back side of our outer frame so that the pocket holes are facing the wall. Here's what the front looks like now. Later, you'll see that we should have rearranged the inner frame a little bit to provide more support for the greenery. Making sure things are center and level, we attach our frame to the wall. Then we screwed on our greenery pieces and it's really starting to come together, guys. We decided to stop there for the night and finish up for the next day. The next day we added some boards on the top for some better support of the sagging portions of the greenery. Now to our last item, and to really make this plant wall pop off is this custom neon sign. It came with its own hardware for mounting and hanging, but we decided to mount it. My cousin temporarily stepped out, which was perfect because I was able to capture her genuine reaction to seeing everything for the first time.
Oh my god! Damn, girl, you did that. That looks so good. Wow. Wow.
It is a very simple project that can work for a retail space or even a Zoom background, honestly. Super easy and only takes a day to a weekend to do. Thank you to my cousin for allowing me to help her with her space. Super proud of my cousin, really doing her thing here and creating the best vibes for her clients. And thank you to everyone watching, and don't forget to subscribe. I will see you at the next one. Bye!